This is the simplest plug and play turn signal kit that you're gonna find. Fits all kinds of bikes, including Lectrics. Let's show you how it installs. All right, what's going on, everyone? You know, when it comes to aftermarket electric bike parts, I really feel like you should just make things as simple as you possibly can, right? When people get these bikes, they don't really want to mess with the wiring and the controller and the motor and stuff like that. They don't want to cut and splice solder. They don't want to do anything like that. They just want it to bolt on or plug in, right? So that's why I designed this. This is the simplest plug and play, and I do mean plug and play, e-bike turn signal horn kit that you can buy. And this is what you get in the kit. You get 4 turn signals, the mounting brackets, the aftermarket, well, the automotive horn, which is super loud, and the button cluster that controls it all, right? That's what comes in the kit. And I'm gonna install it on this bike in the next like 20 seconds. Are you ready? That's how quick and easy this is. This is a Lectric XP 3.0, but this kit works on all kinds of different bikes. I've had customers install this on Ihora bikes and Magic Cycle bikes, wired bikes, Birchda bikes, Tonneray bikes, Tessway. It fits all kinds of different bikes. And this is how you install it. Are you ready? Don't blink, you might miss it. So find your display, right? Find the wire that goes from your display into your bike's wiring harness and unplug it. It's right here. I already unplugged it. It's this green round 5-pin plug. Right here is where you're going to get power to the light kit. So you find that plug coming from the display and you unplug it. Now on my kit, there's this right here. It's a Y splitter with those 2 same green round 5-pin plugs. And all you're going to do is you're going to take your bike display and you're going to plug it in to this turn signal kit. So let's plug in the display. If I can do all this with all this stuff in my hands. Okay, we plugged in the display. Now the other end of the Y splitter, you're going to plug back into the bike. So we'll plug that in. Line up the slots. There you go. We're installed. Now we've got power from the bike's batteries to this turn signal kit. So here you go. I got our signals left and right. There you go. And our horn. It's just that easy. The only thing left to do is mount the switch on your handlebars. You mount this bracket right behind your headlight, and you mount this back on the back end of the bike. And you're done. That's it. And this bike will be really easy because all the wiring is external. So you can just, you know, run on along the outside of the frame, follow the other wiring, just zip tie to it. So this will probably take 10 minutes total to install this. And there's no, you don't have to open up your bottom bracket and pull the controller out and do anything in there. It's that plug. If you can unplug a plug, you can install this. So that's what I mean when I say this is as simple as it gets. And I just got a batch in, so these are right now in stock, ready to ship. But let's finish up the install on this Lectric XP. Now every bike is probably going to be a little bit different with how the headlight and the fenders mount here on the top of the fork. This is what the Lectric XP looks like. I believe this is their like upgraded headlight. And I made one change here. All I did was put in a longer bolt through here so it kind of stuck out the back because I want everything, all the signals and the horn, everything to clear the headlight. So I'm going to take the bracket and I'm just going to put it like behind the fork, right on there like that. Can you see that? I'm just going to go on the back side of it and put a nut on there, and that'll hold it on, and the horn and everything will clear the headlight and the mounting bracket. So really I just need to put one bolt, one nut on there, and this is mounted. All right, we got it all tightened up. Front's done. All right, time to put our button cluster on there. I'm just loosening everything up, taking the grips off so we can slide that on there, slide the brake off. And now you have to decide, do you want the turn signals closer to your thumb or the pedal assist closer to your thumb? I think I might go turn signals closer. I don't mess with pedal assist all that much, so let's slide that on. Now we can slide our brake back on there. There you go. How's that look? I think that's a good setup. That's what I want. So we got the switch on the bars. Oh, we got all this wiring here. I'm going to wait till the end to clean all this up. Now you can do 2 things. You could just zip tie it right to the existing wiring, or you could undo all this wire wrap and tuck these wires in it. That would look the cleanest. I might take the time to do that. We'll see. But let's run the wire to the back of the bike, and we got to get these signals mounted on the back now. All right, time to get signals to the back of the bike. So here's our rear signals on their mounting bracket. And you just have this one thin wire to run along the frame or through the frame, however you want to do it. Most of the time I run the wire inside the frame and underneath the battery packs and all that, but On this Lectric XP, all the wiring is exposed right here. So why not just zip tie right to those wires? I mean, let's keep on the theme of keeping it as simple as possible. And you get a ton of wire, right? I give you like 7.5 feet of wire. So you should have no trouble getting from the front of your bike where this orange plug plugs into the harness all the way to the back. Even if you have a rear basket on the bike like this one does. I'm gonna actually mount it probably to the basket, but we'll get to that in a second. But we're just gonna plug this in at the front harness up here, this orange plug. And then we're just gonna follow this. I'm just gonna zip tie right to these wires, trace the wiring all the way back to the taillight area. Let's get started. All right, let's get this plugged into our signal harness. There we go. And Lectric makes it pretty easy with all this external wiring right here. If you really wanna make it look finished, you could undo all these wire wraps and put the wire right underneath, but you know, there's already wires hanging out. I don't really care. I'm just gonna zip tie right to it. It's gonna be simple. This will make it go so much faster. Now, ideally, you'd probably start at the back. So you just have that one little skinny orange plug to run, you know, through the frame and wherever you got to go. But I mean, I've already started zip tying it. So we're just going to keep doing it this way. I'm just going to unplug the signals like that. So I can remove this piece. I can just feed this through wherever I need to get to. All right, we got our wire traced all the way through the frame. This is how much slack I have. That's how much extra length of wire I've got. So plenty of wire to get to the back of your bike. I'll just tie this up somewhere underneath on the rear rack. Now, the next thing is we got to mount this bracket. This is meant to mount like behind your taillight using the existing bolts. But with this taillight and where these bars are for the rear rack, they're going to kind of interfere with how this is supposed to go. It's supposed to go like that. So what I'm thinking is, in the name of simplicity, if that's the theme we're going with, why not just mount it right there to the back of this basket? It's going to be the most visible right there, and it's going to probably be the easiest to mount right there. So you could, you know, use these and just drill 2 holes with some bolts and mount it, or you could just zip tie the thing right there too. I think that's going to be the easiest method, and it's going to be the most visible. I say we go with that. Again, this is something where this is kind of a universal fit part, so you're going to have to find the way to make it fit the best on your bike, whatever it is. I got some of these like really thick, heavy duty zip ties. Let's try that first and just see how it looks. I'm not sure I really like that fit. The bigger zip ties actually don't seem to work as well. I think it'd work better with smaller zip ties. It's actually tighter with the smaller zip ties. Let's put one more on and see. All right, we got 2 on there. And actually that's actually really sturdy. I'm a little shocked at how secure that is on there with 2 zip ties. I'm just thinking about the person who doesn't want to drill stuff or have a metal bit for their drill. You know, I'm just trying to be as simple as possible. I mean, that works. I mean, it's definitely not going to fall off of there. It's pretty secure. I mean, if it fell over and hit them, you might snap a zip tie or something. But and also, too, these are somewhat flexible. People always ask me, what if it falls over? Is it going to break the signals? They got some flex to them, and if you break one, I got extra signals I can get you. And same with the bracket. If you bend the bracket, I got extra brackets I could send. There you go. I think we're just going to roll with that. I mean, why not? It works. Let's plug it in, and we're done. we're just cleaning up the wiring at the front a little bit, and that's it. We're done. All right, we got the signals all buttoned up on our Lectric XP. I wanted to show you, this is a Tonneray D2 bike that I also put my signal kit on, and I even put the optional headlight that I offer on. Let's turn the signals on so you can see. Same thing, you know, you just mount them to the fork like that. And then this one, I bolted them right into the rear rack. Just right down through. Because again, the taillight was really recessed in there, so I couldn't get on the bracket. You just have to be creative with how you mount things up, but easiest way to get signals on your e-bike. All right, well, here's the finished product, guys. It doesn't get any simpler than that. There's your front signals, rear signals. I just zip tied the bracket right to the rear basket. That seemed to be the easiest, fastest, and it doesn't look bad on there at all. Actually, the signals are very visible on the back of the basket. I like that setup. And I mean, it doesn't get any easier than just zip tying this kit on here. I think there's only one bolt I had to do right there on the back of the top of the fork where the bracket mounts. But let me show you, so you got signals right here. Let me show you the rest. Get our camera set up. So you got turn signals. If you push both buttons at the same time, you get 4-way flash like that. So they're both going. Here's a horn. Nice and loud. And I do have an optional headlight. It's that light bar style headlight. I should be getting a shipment of those next week. But yeah, if you got one of these older electric bikes with this kind of display, this kit definitely works. There's my button cluster. There's your reminders that the lights are on. The button cluster lights up green, remind you the signal's on. Also, you can look at the back of the light. That turns blue. You can see it there to also remind you that the signals are on. There you go. I got to head on my way to UPS. I thought, what better thing to do to wrap up this video than to actually go send out and ship out one of the turn signal kits. So that one's going to Chesapeake Beach, Maryland. I won't say who, but you know who you are. Your signal kit is on the way, and I can ship pretty much to all 50 states. I've sent a couple kits to Hawaii. I don't know if I've sent one to Alaska yet, but I probably can. I have even sent kits to Canada, several into Canada. I'm going to leave that Canadian shipping option in there. If you are in Canada, you want one, I can make that happen. It costs a little bit more to ship it. There might be some import fees, but I can get them into Canada if you really want one. And I want to circle back to the headlight for just 1 second. The headlight plug right here, there's a little pigtail, a red 2-pin plug for my optional headlight. And you know, there's already the built-in button for it right here. But you don't want to plug your stock bike headlight into my kit, okay? Because these typically aren't rated for the voltage of the battery. This is a, what, 48 volt bike. So when you plug into that little pigtail plug on my kit, that's getting 48 volts. You got to have a headlight that's rated for the voltage of your battery. That's why I have those light bar style lights. They can handle 72 volt batteries. You're not going to burn those out. If you try to plug this in, I don't know what this is rated for. You might just fry it. So just know that. And this turn signal kit can work with pretty much any voltage. All the button clusters and the horn and the signal lights and everything is rated for up to 72 volt batteries. So you can plug a 36 volt bike into this signal kit. You can do 48, 52, 60, 72, doesn't matter. You just can't do like a 96 volt bike. But I designed it specifically that way so it would fit the majority of bikes. It uses that, 5-pin adapter for the screen, which fits a ton of bikes. And then also all the components are rated for voltages up to 72. So this fits a ton of bikes. I'm keeping a running list on my website of bikes that I know and have been confirmed that it works on, but anything really with like a KD display, the Hemiway bikes, it'd probably work with all those. I haven't tried one, but if they're still using KD displays, it should work with that. And I'm also building additional adapters for other display screens as well, including Bafang. I have a Bafang adapter. If you specifically have a Bafang screen, I can get you a working signal kit. And we're working on Magician. I keep getting messages, tons of messages. People want signals for Magician bikes. They sell their own, but I guess people don't like what the method they came up with on it. I don't know, but I keep getting requests. I'm trying to build the Magician adapter for my signal kit. And yeah, that's where we stand. I mean, all these bikes are different. They all use different controllers and wiring harnesses and components, so it's hard to make universal parts that fit every single bike, but this signal kit fits a lot. There you go, guys. The easiest, simplest plug and play kit that you're gonna find. Give you one last look at the signals because I gotta be on my way. I gotta get this package to UPS before it closes. They have like a sequential flash to them. All right, that's all I got for you today. Let me know if you have questions. Drop them in the comments. I'll link them below. See you in the next one.